Good afternoon, my name's John Glenn. I'm from Tauren Barriers, and this short video is just to show you some features of our concrete barrier. It is a JJ connection which doesn't require any other nuts or bolts to connect. It has a unique locking system, and at the end of each of the barriers is a JJ connection, and they are locked into place by vertically placing the barrier, which we'll show you shortly down, and that becomes locked, so you don't need any nuts or bolts or anything else to secure the barriers in place. We have two main types of barriers. We have the 3.6 metre one, which you see just in front of us here, and that's ideal for going around corners and in tight areas. And then we have over to my left here is the 6 metre barrier, which we can use for the length of the road or along the longitudinal side of the work sites. So the two barriers complement themselves very well. Here we've got the two barriers at the opposing ends, and as you can see, the two JJs are opposing one another. What happens is one is on the ground, the other one is elevated above the JJ joint. You realign them in the keyway and then slowly drop it down into place. So we'll just go down to the other end there and we'll show you now how it looks to get it ready to go into place. Okay, we'll just look at the other end of the barrier now. What we've done is we've lifted one end of the one barrier up, and we've just hovered it across the top of the JJ joints, and as you can see now it's sitting in the keyway in the nice JJ configuration, and shortly we'll drop it down and show you what it looks like when it's actually linked into place. And once it's like we're going to show you in a second or two, that means it is compliant and it meets all the crash testing criteria that has been tested and rated for. So we'll just put this down and we'll come back and show you in a second how it's linked up once it's in place. Okay, we've now just locked the barrier in place and dropped it down, and now you can see how it's configured, and that is the way it's supposed to be locked into place. The barrier can be put in place either using a high-ab truck, and we use JC Walker Transport with their fleet of trucks to deliver our barriers and install them, or you can install them on site yourself using your digger, a minimum of a 12-ton digger. And we have here in the top of each barrier we have two 2.5 ton swift lifts for the 3.6 metre. So you'll need a set of swift lifts that are rated for 2.5 ton and two of them. And on the 6 metre barrier, because it is bigger and heavier, then we require two 5-ton swift lifts. Inside the cast and the moulding, we have inserted some grommets with a 16mm thread in them, and they're formed inside the concrete barrier. They're there for a very good reason, is that we have designed our own specific brackets to put our sight screens on, so that we've already got the grommets in place. We then just quickly bolt them in, and with very quickly we can have a sight screen, which are our own ones designed, put into place within a matter of minutes. So these barriers come with the bolts and all the inserts already, but they are specially designed only to take our screens. This is JC Walker Transport in Papakura, which are our preferred carriers to cart our barriers and install them. It's a one-stop shop, so you contact Tauren Barriers and we can include in our price the delivery and install and the removing using JC Walker Transport. So it's a total all-in-one service just by calling Tauren Barriers. You'll see at the video at the end our contact details, or you can go to our website, which is www.concretebarriers.co.nz.